that was a foreign exchange student that was kind of transient between France and Morocco, had a lot of cultural qualities from both of those places, and I was really fascinated by him. So he's in France now, so we've been talking over the internet, and that's how I was able to get my information from him. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how far away France is from Morocco. It's really not that close, but because of the water, it's easy to travel, like, because you can just jump on a boat or jump on a plane or whatever, but it's not as far away as it looks, even though it is like 1,000+ miles away. That's Cal. He kind of looks like a Middle Easterner, but he's very French. Like, so he really does portray both qualities, kind of a hybrid individual, if you will. Yeah, for a long time he would go from France to Morocco and vice versa every weekend. So he was traveling a lot because he had family. His father is actually like the head policeman, whatever, in Morocco, and then he has family. His mom stays in France, so he would go travel back and forth on a regular basis. So we got a real solid dose of both cultures on a regular basis as a result. Yeah, 2005 he came to America to study, and that's where I was able to meet him, and we had a lot of fun. They really do know how to have a good time there, that's for sure. As a result of being in both of those cultures, he had like exposed to 5 languages. He actually knows how to speak fluently 5 languages. So I don't know if you ever know anybody who's spoken that many languages, but it's like it's amazing to listen to. It's just like overwhelmingly amazing because I have a difficult enough time speaking English. So it's like it just blows my mind. So I just gave you a little idea of like what the countries look like and their flags, and he was really confused on where he wanted to stay and be settled for when he got older. He decided he would stay in Morocco. So France is actually not going to be where he stayed, but Morocco is a really nice place. I guess he's able to be very successful there. Um, let's see. Yeah, he came to America because he wanted to be exposed to English more, and fortunately, he had a pretty good opportunity to do that here. Uh, there was a couple of friends with him, and they got carried away speaking their French to each other. So, we'd have to kind of get him back and say, hey, don't forget about the English and stuff. But, he spent a lot of time here doing that. It was pretty good. And practice networking. So, he, was able to get a nice dose of America as well. This is a quote that he gave me out of one of the questions that I asked him, and he said the middle class represents a very small percentage. Either you're rich or poor, and this is in reference to Morocco, not really France so much, but that's really different than America because we do have a lot of rich and we do have a lot of poor, but we have a strong middle class here in America. So like think about it, that's hit or miss. So you got to really know, I guess, if you're going to go to a place like that you're going to have a lucrative lifestyle because I guess it's really easy to be poor. It's not, you can't just settle into like the safe socioeconomic status because there really isn't one there. Yeah. Let's see. Here's another quote. Morocco relies most of its economy on tourism, which is great. But as a result of that, people coming in with their foreign currency and they're coming in with their foreign culture, it makes it harder on the Moroccans that live there because it changes the quality of life and it becomes more expensive for them to live because people are raising the prices for tourism. So if you have a place that's really tourist flooded, if you will, then there's a lot of expensive goods and stuff. So if you live there, it becomes harder to live. So it's a shame because the majority of the money that they're getting influx into their country is actually the very thing that's making it harder on them to live. So it's kind of strange. I thought that was fascinating myself. And then Morocco doesn't differ much from France, since Morocco was occupied by France, and then, like, I guess somehow France paved the way for Morocco, and I'm gonna say in its infancy, it was like its big brother. He used the word protectorate um, of Morocco. So as a result, a lot of the Moroccan culture is stemmed from France. But don't get it twisted. Like, they still have their individual societies. So um, it's kind of difficult for me to understand, because on one hand they differ greatly, and then on the other hand they're the same. So, but I thought it was pretty neat. So, um, basically, okay, religion. I'm gonna cover religion a little bit. In Morocco, Islam is the primary religion. They they mostly are Muslims, but there is some Christianity going on, and there is some Christianity going on. There's a lot of Judaism, and they also have this faith called the Baha'i faith. But a lot of people don't practice it because there's a fear of persecution. I don't know why, but he just told me that it is there. But I guess maybe like people don't get persecuted in America for Santeria, but it's kind of like taboo on a small scale. So I kind of thought of that when he was telling me about that. Um, and basically, even though Morocco and France are pretty similar, and France and America are pretty similar, America and Morocco are not very similar at all. So it's kind of strange. They have a government in Morocco that's a monarchy. They have a king. France has a democratic republic, and America has a democracy with a republic on the rise. So there's similarities there, and there's also differences. And that's pretty much where I'm going to conclude. And thank you very much.